watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio. I'm David Preston.
And I'm Roy Rossell on this Friday, October 6th.
Chad Utter, who was recently wanted by the Nye County Sheriff's Office, is now arrested. RJ Camacho has this story.
Chad Utter, who was recently wanted by the Nye County Sheriff's Office, has been arrested on charges separate from the ones he was wanted for. This all began with an ongoing investigation that started on September 25th, where Chad Utter allegedly was suspected of using an elderly person's AT&T account to make fraudulent purchases. According to the declaration of arrest, the reporting party had stated that they received emails of purchases they did not make for 2 iPhone 15s, each phone being $1,599.99. Officers went to the AT&T store and had to cancel this purchase before it was shipped, but then had to come back on the following day due to information being changed once again on the account. Officers worked with AT&T staff to change the account to in-person changes only due to the fraudulent activity. Chad Utter allegedly had permission to oversee the account, but instead used it to make account changes in fraudulent purchases, according to the declaration of arrest. Chad Utters was then arrested under the charges of attempting to commit grand larceny, embezzlement, and attempting to exploit an older vulnerable person, and has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center.
A female Iranian activist recently obtained a Nobel Peace Prize. Not only is she the 19th woman to obtain this award, but now she is the second woman to do so.
An Iranian activist who was imprisoned won the Nobel Peace Prize on October 6th today. Her name is Narges Mohammadi, age 51, an engineer in training, and is the second Iranian woman to attain a Peace Prize, and the 19th woman to obtain the award. The award comes due to Mohammadi's campaign for women's rights and democracy against the death penalty in Iran. This is despite numerous arrests by Iranian authorities and being imprisoned for years. She's been imprisoned 13 times, and 5 of those 13 times was she ever convicted. She has been sentenced to a total of 31 years in prison, and her most recent run-in with law enforcement and the justice system in Iran came when she was attending a memorial for a person killed in nationwide protests, which were sparked by an increase in gasoline prices. She has become a beacon of inspiration for fellow women in her country as they continue to protest, especially when a 22-year-old woman named Mahsa Amini died last year while in police custody when she was picked up by officers for allegedly having a loose headscarf. Approximately 500 people were killed in a security crackdown, and over 22,000 people were arrested. Iran has been governed by a Shiite theocracy, and for nearly all of Mohammadi's life, she has been living under said theocracy. A theocracy, for those who may not know, is a system of government in which priests rule in the name of God or a god. Even though the women in Iran hold jobs, academic positions, and even government appointments, their lives are still apparently tightly controlled. According to Iranian law, all women are required to at least wear a headscarf or hijab in order to cover their hair as a sign of piety. The only other country that still requires this mandate is Iran's neighbor, Afghanistan. Narges Mohammadi spoke after the announcement of her Nobel Peace Prize that, "I will never stop striving for the realization of democracy, freedom, and equality. Surely, the Nobel Peace Prize will make me more resilient, determined, hopeful, and enthusiastic on this path, and it will accelerate my pace." According to Mohammadi's husband, Taji Romani, who currently is living in exile in Paris with their 2 children, had this to say as well. She has a sentence she always repeats: "Every single award will make me more intrepid, more resilient, and more brave for realizing human rights, freedom, civil equality, and democracy."
E-commerce retail site eBay is being sued by the U.S. Department of Justice for allegedly violating 3 separate acts that may harm human health. RJ Camacho has the details.
The U.S. Justice Department will be suing e-commerce company eBay, alleging that the company is in violation with 3 separate acts: the Clean Air Act, or the CAA, the Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide Act, and the Toxic Substances Control Act. The complaint was filed today on October 6th by the Justice Department on behalf of the Environmental Protection Agency. The complaint alleges that eBay is in violation of the Clean Air Act by selling, offering for sale, or causing the sale of over 343,000 aftermarket defeat devices. According to the report, aftermarket defeat devices significantly increase pollution emissions, including things such as carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, particulate matter, and non-methane hydrocarbons. These emissions can not only harm public health, but impede efforts by the EPA, states, tribes, and local agencies' plans to attain air quality standards. The second complaint alleges that eBay violated the Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide Act by unlawfully distributing approximately 23,000 unregistered, misbranded, or restricted use pesticide products that are in violation of a stop sale order by the EPA. The EPA issued this stop sale order to eBay back in 2020, and the order was amended the next year in 2021. Examples provided by the report include things such as high toxicity insecticide, which has been banned in the United States, restricted use pesticides, which are meant to only be used by certified applicators, and products that fraudulently claim to protect the user against the SARS-CoV-2 variant of the COVID-19 virus. The final complaint alleges that eBay has distributed more than 5,600 items that are in violation of the Toxic Substances Control Act's methylene chloride rule. This rule prohibits any retailer from distributing commerce products that contain methylene chloride for paint and coating removal products. This rule is in place in order to prevent unreasonable risks, such as death, which are present within these types of products. A quote from Assistant Attorney General Todd Kim from the Justice Department reads, "Laws that prohibit selling products that can severely harm human health and the environment apply to e-commerce retailers like eBay, just as they do for brick-and-mortar stores." The lawsuit is reported to be handled by Senior Attorney James Freeman for the ENRD's Environmental Enforcement Section and Assistant U.S. Attorneys Michael Bloom and Paulina Stamatelos for the Eastern District of New York, where the lawsuit was filed.
Well, a water main break has caused a portion of the road in Las Vegas to be closed down until further notice.
Due to a water main break in Vegas, a stretch of Oakey Boulevard was shut down due to water gushing onto the street. The section of Oakey blocked off is reported to be between Rancho and Strong Drives. Crews were able to shut off the water at approximately 6:45 a.m., and currently it is unclear as to why the break occurred or when repairs are expected to be completed. According to the Las Vegas Valley Water District, crews were still excavating as of the morning of October 4th, and an estimate of repairs will not be completed until they can see the full extent of the damage.
We'll be back on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And welcome back. The Las Vegas sign will be changing color in order to celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day. Roy Russell has this story.
Indigenous Peoples Day will be celebrated at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign on Monday, October 9th at 10 a.m., when 89 bulbs around the circumference of the sign will turn yellow, orange, and turquoise. Additionally, keys to the Las Vegas Strip will be presented to local tribal nation representatives by Clark County Commissioners. The event will be attended by tribal members, Native American organizations, and community members. Tribal nations from outside Nevada have joined the Clark County community with new enterprises, gaming, and hospitality. While there are 28 tribal nations in Nevada, 3 call Clark County home: the Las Vegas Paiute Tribe, the Moapa Band of Paiutes, and Fort Mojave Indian Tribe. The Welcome to Las Vegas sign is located on the Las Vegas Strip, south of Russell Road, and was created in 1959 after Clark County Commission approved funding for this project on Highway 91.
In this week's Positive Pahrump, Direct Candido tells us about a Seroptimus International Pahrump Valley Live Your Dream Award.
Parenting is a challenge, especially when dealing with behavioral issues or special needs. We've been there. Download the Been There Life Coaching app and talk to someone who's been in your shoes. A sponsor of Positive Pahrump.
Hello, my name is Dorette Candido, and I am the committee chair for the Seroptimist International Pahrump Valley Live Your Dream Awards. I wanted to let the women of Pahrump and surrounding areas know that we're currently accepting applications for our Live Your Dream Scholarship Awards. We're hoping to double the amount of money we gave out last year, but we can't do that if you don't apply. Every year, Seroptimist International gives out more than $2.9 million to over 2,000 women and girls. If you are enrolled in school, it can be college, trade school, a specialty school, and are struggling to make ends meet, you are eligible. Perhaps you're trying to raise children on your own or caring for an elderly relative, overcoming drug addiction or domestic violence. We want you to apply. The unique thing about our scholarships is we trust and empower you to use the money where you need it. Tuition, books, childcare, gas, whatever you need. We believe when women and girls are educated, their families live healthier lives, they further their education and obtain higher paying jobs, and their countries are likely to have greater economic growth. Please go to www.seroptimist.org and fill out your application. We look forward to helping you achieve your dream.
And if you have a positive Pahrump story you would like to share with us, you can contact the news department at 775-727-9400, extension 201. That is 775-727-9400 at extension 201.
Here's a look at your sports with Mikey. Time now for your News 25 look at sports. The Golden Knights preseason back to their winning ways, topping the Colorado Avalanche 4-3 yesterday. They play the Kings in Los Angeles tomorrow. Go Knights, go! WNBA Finals this Sunday. New York Liberty versus the Las Vegas Aces. America's favorite baseball team, the Savannah Bananas, are coming back to Vegas next season, June 21st and 22nd at Las Vegas Ballpark. The Raiders are gearing up for Monday Night Football. They welcome the Green Bay Packers this Monday. Pahrump Valley Trojan football are in Moapa Valley this evening. JV, that game is already in progress, and varsity at 7. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
And here's what's cooking this Sunday morning on Classic Country Breakfast.
Howdy. Coming up this week on Classic Country Breakfast, born on October 2nd, Jillian Welch. Born on October 4th, Leroy Frank Dyke. We'll celebrate them. We'll hear some tracks from the #1 album on this day in 1969, which was Johnny Cash, at San Quentin. And in the Not an Oldie But a Goodie segment, my special guest, Ranford Allman, calls the show. And my other special guest, Al Perkins, calls the show, widely known as the world's most influential dobro player. He talks about playing with Don Henley, Dolly Parton, and what it was like recording with the Rolling Stones.
Mick would dance around the unstable part of that, and he wanted me to feel like it was live. So he had a handheld mic, and they didn't just play the song with his vocal on it. He sang with me each one of those takes.
This Sunday morning at 8 on Classic Country Breakfast on Ace Country Radio. We'll be back after this break with more news.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
And welcome back. Pat Lemming from Never Forgotten Animal Society is here to tell us about a pit bull dog named Jacko.
Today's Rescue a Pet segment is brought to you by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi everyone, this is Pat with Never Forgotten Animal Society at 3091 North David Street here in Pahrump. We are between Blag and Leslie in the north part of town. Our phone number is 775-537-8674. It is my privilege to be able to introduce you to a wonderful dog by the name of Jacko. Jacko is a pit bull. He's partly brindle, partly brown and black and gray. Very, very sweet, loving boy. He was found running here in town, and he has been neutered, had all of his shots, rabies certificate, and microchip, and he's ready to go home right now. He's a very special boy. He is very gentle, very kind, very loving, and he needs a home where he can be out and active. He needs to be able to get out and run and be with people. He's a very social dog. He is about approximately 2 years old as far as we can tell. Of course, we don't know because he was found out running. And adoption fee is $250. That includes his neuter, microchip, all of his vaccinations, and rabies certificate. We're available Monday through Saturday from 10 until 5 every day. No appointment is necessary. You're welcome to come by any time and visit any of our animals. We have currently about 10 large dogs. We have a whole bunch of small dogs that we rescued from Riverside, California, from their euthanasia list, and they're here as well. We have cats and a multitude of kittens, so if you're in the market for either one, adult cats or kittens, we have lots of them. So come on by at your convenience. We are open Monday through Saturday from 10 until 5. Come by and see Jacko. I think you would be very impressed with his gentleness and his kindness and his loving manner. Again, he needs an active household. He needs someone that's going to be around and take care of him. So if this is a dog that meets that criteria, please come on in anytime. You're welcome to come in and visit him at any time. All right, no appointment necessary. Our number is 775-537-8674. Thank you.
As we head into respiratory virus season, taking advantage of the protection vaccines offer is crucial. Pediatrician Gina Robinson with Cleveland Clinic Children's says that getting vaccinated for the flu is important, especially for kids.
Kids should get it, especially the ones that are 6 months to age 2, because they are at higher risk for more serious disease, and also because kids have parents and they also bring lovely germs to their parents. So just trying to reduce the rates of illness throughout the community, the more people who are immunized, the lower rates of flu we'll have.
Dr. Robinson says the CDC recommends everyone aged 6 months and older get the annual flu vaccine. Flu cases typically start ramping up in October and peak between December and February. With this in mind, Dr. Robinson says October is a good time to get the flu vaccine. Along with younger kids, children with chronic diseases like diabetes and asthma are more at risk of getting seriously sick from the respiratory illness. Dr. Robinson urges that those eligible get the vaccine and take other precautions to curb flu cases as well.
Getting your vaccine is probably most important, but washing your hands. Also staying home if you're feeling sick, avoiding being around sick people if you can, and making sure the surfaces are clean.
Dr. Robinson adds that it is safe for kids to get the flu shot at the same time as other seasonal vaccines. She encourages parents to talk with their child's primary care provider and determine what vaccines they are eligible for.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, taking a look outside through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam, it's looking like sunny skies over the weekend. John has your weather coming up next.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hey, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Happy Friday. We're all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network, and of course, to your mobile device on the local BTV app, the app that needs a slogan, because I'm running out of ideas. Fernley's got 78 degrees, 79 in Fallon and Carson City. Weather Twins at the top of the map. Congratulations. So cute together and so cute to some other Weather Twins. Your Cool Spot Award winners in Goldfield and in Tonopah. 75 degrees. About time for a sweater, I'd say. 89 degrees in Beatty, Amargosa, all the way up to 95. Felt pretty good, I bet. 90 poolside in Las Vegas, and at the road, at the end of the road, the closed road, Death Valley's got 104. But here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look at our current temperature. 89 degrees. It was 91 just a smidge earlier. Beautiful day. Winds out of the southwest just at 5 miles per hour, whispering to us gently as the sun rose this morning at 6:43. And look for the sunset at 6:20 this evening. Heading down to a low of 58 degrees, beautiful clear skies. What a nice day. What a nice day. And what a great way to set up this weekend. Oh my goodness, look at this, 90 degrees, 92 Saturday and Sunday. Not too shabby. Little cloud action comes in on Monday and Tuesday with a little bit more wind than we've been having, just at 11 and 10 miles per hour, 13 miles per hour on Wednesday. Dropping the temperature down just a little bit. We head to the low 80s and even 78 degrees on Thursday. And coming into the next weekend, 80 degrees, that might be the new normal. Hey, let me tell you about this. This is a fantastic thing that I'm helping with on Sunday. It's the Woven Mic. It's a kind of an arts collective. It's Nevada's weirdest, largest, and most fun variety show happening at Rhinestones this weekend. The venues change here and there, but there's all kinds of great art happening. Original music, spoken word, dramatic readings. You just never know what you get on a Woven Mic, but there's 20 acts scheduled, and we'll see you there on Sunday at Rhinestones about 4 o'clock. I'll be your co-host. All right, back to the desk. Here's David and Rory.
Thank you, John. Well, that wraps up this edition of News 25. I'm David Preston.
And I'm Rory Rosell. We will see you on the next newscast.
Have a great weekend.
Good night.